I'm glad they wasn't finna show nothing like they all died or something. I'm like, what the heck? Now, I don't know much about storms and tornadoes, hurricanes, none of that kind of stuff, but I have kind of been interested in them, but just never enough to want to get close, you know? I live in Minnesota, so we do get tornadoes here, but I live in this city, so it's never really bad or nothing like that. I don't live in Tornado Alley like some of these other people do. But today, we're going to be looking at a tornado that is supposed to be the worst tornado in recorded history. Now, the extent of my tornado knowledge goes as far as the movie Twister that came out in the 90s. I do also know about that cool dude that be driving around in storm chasing in the armored car that be just standing tornadoes, bruh. He go. Let's see what the worst tornado in history got in store for us.
This is a very dangerous situation. If you are in Joplin, please take cover. Oh, no.
Joplin. I think it's Joplin, Missouri, too.
Oh, good God. It's a massive tornado.
Bro, it looks so bad. That would be so scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
An ordinary Sunday, it became the deadliest tornado of the century.
Jesus.
That was only the beginning.
Oh my Lord. Go back. Yo. Okay, I'm gonna say that's edited. It gotta be edited. Am I getting old? I can't tell when junk is edited or not. But that junk dead went from a full basketball court and then it looked like it blinked and the whole court is gone. How is the camera still able to be up in that junk though? Oh my gosh, was that the tornado right there?
Hundreds of lives.
Oh my gosh. That's huge. Oh my. This person's lucky they're up here. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be standing up here. I'd still be getting out of there. That's ridiculous. That's miles. That's miles, bro. How do you even begin to rebuild something like this? People have said there's EF6, but there's not because doesn't it just go by the wind speed? Or am I thinking of hurricanes?
There is a church up there that is just now a concrete slab. You can't
they even got the cows, bro. Bro, this one I'll be so nervous about tornadoes because it feels like
since at least
with my luck, bro, I'm gonna have to live through a historic tornado in Minnesota. I don't know if I could ever live anywhere in Tornado Alley or anywhere on the coast of anywhere where they got hurricanes.
On May 22nd, 2011, Joplin faced the costliest tornado in modern U.S. history.
Costliest? So
how did it happen?
Is it worse because of it?
It started like a postcard spring morning. In northeast Joplin, families gathered to celebrate graduation. Laughter in the air, hugs all around.
Oh, graduation day is crazy.
But there was something hidden, something no one saw unfolding. 190 miles to the west, the sky was starting to stir. Meteorologists were on high alert, watching every signal. 1:30 p.m. Tornado Watch 341 was issued. The probability.
Look at this picture right here. Look at this picture right here. That's Tornado Alley, I'm pretty sure. Or is that's a problem? No, I think that's Tornado Alley. Like this main part right here is Tornado Alley, I think. And you see, I'm right here, right around this area, right here in Minnesota. That's where the cities is. So we right by Tornado Alley, but we're not really in that junk. I could have sworn Tornado Alley was just like a straight line though, but not. This must be. It's similar. I don't think this is Tornado Alley. I think this is just showing where the tornadoes are going to be. But this is similar to Tornado Alley, though. I know that for sure.
For a town that heard it all before, such warnings didn't sound like much. Nothing new. Another routine alarm. People were simply exhausted from living in constant survival mode.
These natural disasters be so crazy because it just be a normal day, and then out of nowhere
it's just be a risky habit. 4 p.m.
It's cooked.
Thunderstorm appeared on radar. It rapidly intensified into a supercell. Then it merged with another, forming a spiraling vortex thousands of feet tall. Air begins to spin like a drill. A mesocyclone locked onto Joplin like a target. 5:09 p.m.
I am 988.
I done told y'all about these ads. GTA 6 ads are acceptable. Y'all ever seen pictures or videos of people driving on the freeway and then it's all dark, it's pitch black. There's a lightning, and then in the lightning you can see the tornado in the distance.
Sirens aren't always heard, especially with windows closed.
Natural disasters are one of the biggest fears because you can't control anything about a situation like that. When it comes to people, You can
10%
do
of
things to
residents,
prevent
up to
yourself
5,000 people,
being in bad
were unaware of
situations,
the warning.
not going in bad
The
parts of
90%
town
who did.
and stuff like that,
84%
and
took
being
the
prepared,
NWS alert seriously.
keeping that on you and stuff.
77%
But with a
said
tornado,
they headed to the safest place
you
they could
can't
find.
hit a tornado with button. If a tornado catch you lacking, it's just GG's and that's it.
Information on this storm. Let's go ahead and go to the Freeman First Alert.
I'm so
We've got
cooked.
some,
Y'all, I'm so cooked. Who do y'all think I seen when this dude popped up? I'm so cooked, bro. Who do y'all think I seen when, dude? Nah, I'm so cooked.
Aside.
Public report meaning
It
that
made
one of their
landfall right
transponders
there.
hasn't
That's
seen it, but
in the middle
their
of
tower
whole.
cam.
Everything in there was
appears to be
destroyed. Hey, you know, I always wondered,
Once
tornado
again,
sirens once
how come
again
all
going
these
off
news
in
stations
Joplin.
never
Those
get
are
touched during these
doesn't look like
storms?
flashes that
During
we've
these
seen on
tornadoes
the
and stuff, the
ground.
news stations and all the people is just fine,
TV
bro.
networks and phone lines
Do they
were
got some
going
like
down.
update or something we don't know about?
No way
They
to
just
carry
they're
professionalism
safe
anymore.
from all the disasters.
No
The only time the news
What
people
they
ever get
saw
hurt is in
was
movies.
terrifying.
Y'all know when the day after
In
tomorrow when that
moments,
news
the
reporter got
studio
hit
was filled
by that
with
billboard.
voices of anxiety and fear.
It's just move.
Take
McDonald's.
Yeah, you know,
Ooh.
yeah, this is a very dangerous situation.
Ooh, they
We
can
cannot
see that
stress
jump.
this
That
enough.
jump moving
If you are
fast,
in
too.
Joplin, please take cover.
Oh my lord.
The broadcast cut out. Darkness begins to swallow the city. 5:37 p.m. Just 3 minutes later, the tornado slammed into St. John's Regional Medical Center.
Oh my
Inside, over 180 patients and medical staff.
Oh my God.
They had received the warning. Staff followed the protocol,
Did they live?
but time was not on their side.
Hospital that's right here cannot take any patients because the hospital has no power. It was hit very, very hard. You
gosh.
can see nearly every window.
At least the
in
building's still
hospital
there.
Has been damaged. The roof severely damaged.
That's
Every
crazy.
vehicle in the parking
Everything
lot
else around it
is
got
a
destroyed
total
except
loss.
the
They've taken all their
hospital.
5 patients and 1 visitor died on the spot.
Oh, that's
More
sad.
followed in the days ahead. 5:39 p.m.
I was hoping everyone
Greenbrier
lived,
Nursing home.
especially
These would
since the
become
building
most
didn't fall.
harrowing minutes of a national tragedy, all within the walls of one building. It was a place for
Jesus,
those
it
who
just
had already
tore
weathered
straight
their
through the city,
storms in
didn't
life,
it? And it got to be
guaranteed.
so crazy for
The
some of
hum
these.
turned
Oh
into a
my,
growl, and the growl.
everything is
to a
gone.
roar.
I couldn't
The
imagine.
building trembled and collapsed. 21 lives.
Like, how do you
gone
even
in
begin to
seconds.
rebuild
5:40
this?
PM. A security camera captured the street disappearing frame by frame.
Oh
However,
my
The
gosh!
storm was only gathering force, charging toward Joplin.
Apparently you can go from 0 to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix
YouTube,
Harmony.
we keep talking about this, and you just keep giving me ads. I'm so serious. YouTube, don't go to sleep.
Surveillance footage caught the moment wind tore through the hallways. Windows exploded. Walls caved.
How are these
and
cameras
ceilings
staying up
crashed
though?
Down. Had graduation not been relocated to a university campus miles away, it might have been the funeral of 400 more lives.
Yeah, that's
Days
ridiculous.
later,
This.
pieces of the school were found over 60 miles from the city.
I just
Oh!
found this happy graduation. I don't know if it's a necklace or what it is, but this tornado happened at the same time that the graduation ceremonies were going on here in Joplin. The graduation ceremonies, thankfully, were not happening at the high school
60
itself,
miles
because the high
away
school
from
was
the high school,
demolished.
bro.
So just one situation after another.
Yo, just imagine this
Survived by
happening in
some
your
miracle.
city though.
5:42 p.m. Nature's blind fury.
I don't
struck
care
the
how
Harmony Heights
unlikely it
Baptist
is.
Church.
Imagine it
Inside,
happened in your
over 50
city.
congregants had taken shelter. The church's pastor was sightless, but tornadoes recognize no sanctity. They don't stop for reverence or human fragility.
Yeah, they
Three
just
lives
keep
were
going,
lost.
destroying everything in
Their
its
bodies
path.
were found beneath the crumbled roof. One of them was the pastor's mother.
The best mother a man could ever have.
Like
The song
tornadoes
that I
are worse
sang
than
is a
hurricanes because at
special
least during a
song that she
hurricane you got to worry
requested
about
that I
water
sing.
and flooding and
Just about
stuff,
the end of
and
the
there are
song
the high
is
winds too.
when,
But you can survive
national
a hurricane to a certain extent as long as it's not really bad. But a tornado, I wouldn't want to be caught in any kind of. I don't even care if it was an EF1. I wouldn't want to be caught in any tornado.
224 miles per hour. EF5. The
What did they say?
highest of 55 and 224 miles achieved peak intensity. Winds between 155 and 224 miles
Winds between 155 and 230 miles per hour. I think he said.
per hour.
25.
EF5, the highest on the enhanced Vegeta scale. For comparison,
Vegeta scale.
a Formula One car hits that speed at full throttle.
What's that? Wow. This got to be so. What am I even looking at? Oh my god!
In-
The heck was that?
In mere seconds, AT&T, Walmart, Pizza Hut, and Home Depot were obliterated. There was almost no way to survive in that area. Cars were wrapped around trees. Others were hurled into nearby businesses, over 200 meters from the parking lot. Metal twisted like foil.
I'm not going.
In one car, they later found an empty child's car seat. The driver was never identified.
Man, I feel like if you live anywhere in Tornado Alley, anywhere where tornadoes are common and happen like that, bro.
Windows exploded from inside pressure.
Oh man, it's just destroying everything. No effort, bro.
5:47.
This is why tornadoes are always going to be worse than hurricanes. Like the way I see it is like hurricanes slowly beat at you, whereas tornadoes just maul over everything in a shorter amount of time. Getting low on the ground is not going to help you. Got to be underground or just far away from the tornado. Oh, this is so disturbing. Okay, I'm glad they wasn't finna show nothing like they all died or something. I'm like, what the heck? Alright, bro, I can't.
I'd survived.
I can't.
The entire building was leveled, but the people inside survived.
Oh, thank
When
you.
they crawled out, the streets that had once raised them
Thank
were
you.
unrecognizable.
Thank you.
What had been alive with motion and sound, now piles of brick, shredded metal, and the smell of gas in the air.
Alright, here's the gas
Insane.
station that we were at.
They were.
We parked right over there. Our car got blown
How'd they survive?
5:48 p.m. The tornado slashed across Interstate 44 at its last somber bounds. It flipped trucks like toys, left cars wrecked and
Wow.
scattered along the way. One eyewitness would later say, "It looked like a giant dropped its fist on the highway." There was a point when the disaster
And you could
exited the
never
city,
you could
but not
never really
completely,
understand what
because
it's
under
like
the
going
rubble,
through this, bro.
voices
This is
cried
one of
for
those
help.
experiences like
People
you
were
can
trapped.
feel for
The
someone
death toll was still unknown.
for going through
It
this. You
was
can feel for
far
all these
too
people.
early
Like,
to
look at this
exhale.
destruction,
Hands were
but you
needed.
could never
10
fully
hospitals,
understand unless you've been through it
doctors,
yourself.
Everyone.
For
So the
sure,
entire
you
city
could never.
became
My
from the
God.
north, from the south, with no orders, just human instinct.
Like I'm
Take a
dead.
look. I mean,
Like
it's everything. It's
I'm
just
so
completely
serious. How do you
demolished. I
even
mean,
begin to
homes
rebuild
are
this?
destroyed, families,
If my
lives have just
entire
been
home
turned
got
upside
destroyed, I
down
wouldn't
at
want to
this
live in this
point,
city
you
no
know.
more.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's tough. No question about that.
Hey
The
man,
tornado
I feel
outlined
you,
a
bro.
quarter of Joplin on the map. 4,000 families lost homes and years of life within them.
Yeah.
3,500 more homes were severely damaged. Over 1,000 people were injured. More than 500 commercial buildings were destroyed.
Man.
10 schools, 2 hospitals, dozens of churches. Total damages, over $2.8 billion.
Woo!
But no number could account for the price of a life. Familiar voices, forever
How many
silenced.
people passed away?
156 chairs sat empty at family tables, and the total wasn't even final. The storm kept killing, even after the winds died. In the following days, a new enemy emerged, mucormycosis, a rare fungal infection spread from the drifted soil to open wounds in lungs.
Ooh.
18 cases.
So
5
pretty much people
more
died from their
deaths.
wounds from being
It took everything
infected then?
Joplin had, but fate did not break the city. It stood back up. Within 3 years, school bells rang again, the hospital reopened, and Mercy Park bloomed where ruins once lay.
That's crazy.
Only
3
thunder,
years to
sleepless
rebuild lots of
nights,
this stuff?
Old photos on shelves, and quiet
That's
memorials
insane.
kept the pain alive. But so does the memory of
That's-
quiet heroism.
Yeah, that's just
Christopher
insane.
Lucas, Pizza Hut manager, saved 15 people by leading them into the freezer.
Goat.
He held the door shut from the outside with a belt, as it wouldn't lock from the inside. The tornado took him.
Goat.
Everyone else lived.
Go!
The only reason we survived is because he helped
That's what I'm talking about, baby!
with a strap.
Dean Wells, employee of a Home Depot, died holding the door, saving strangers.
Goat!
Literally holding the door between life and death.
That's what I'm talking
He
about.
managed to lead dozens of customers into a
Real
break room,
heroes.
the only shelter the store had, while heading back to help more.
Real heroes.
He was buried
That's what I'm talking about,
under
baby.
the rubble of the wall. Don Lanshaw shielded his wife in the bathtub. The house turned into splinters. He didn't make it. She did.
Respect,
I felt
bro.
him cover me.
Every single one of these heroes
He
need
didn't move
statues.
anymore. That was love, stronger than death.
Every single one.
You know, he's my hero.
Hey, he
While
is a hero for
shielding
sure.
her body, Dawn was hit by debris and died of a puncture wound to the back.
Grace Aquino wrapped arms around her 11-year-old son as the church walls collapsed. He lived. She didn't. At her funeral,
Hero.
the pastor said she was a prayer made flesh. Cheryl
Real
Nelson,
heroes, bro.
AT&T clerk, led a family with young children to run for shelter, stood by the door bracing it shut until the building gave way. 10 survived. She didn't. Mark
Heroes.
Lindquist, social worker, covered 3 disabled clients with mattresses, then lay across them himself. All 3 died. Mark was thrown a block away.
Oh.
Coma.
But Lindquist kept fighting
Oh,
and
that's
proved
sad.
doctors wrong. He came out of the coma and started asking questions.
That's extremely
The
sad,
first
actually.
words he said to me were, "Are my guys okay?"
And I had trouble dealing with that at first, you know, but I realized that they're in a better place. And now instead of me watching over them, they're kind of
That's
watching
tough,
down on
man.
me, and I actually feel like I have 3 angels.
After coming out of the coma, his life was put on hold again. He contracted a life-threatening fungus disease.
Dang.
He saw an angel in a light green light, and he said at that point, I knew the fungus was gone. And very soon after, they told us he was free of the fungus.
He tried.
Go.
And he lived to remember. The tornado took nearly everything, but it couldn't take human dignity. It couldn't take love. Take care of one another. Every storm eventually ends, but the way we hold each other, that remains.
That was a goated video, I'm not gonna lie. It was cool to see more light shed on that because I never knew that much information about it. I've heard things or just seen small clips of that tornado and stuff about it on TikTok, but I never seen it. I never seen the destruction to that length. That's crazy how much was destroyed in that tornado. And I heard of the El Reno tornado too. I heard that one was really bad too. But this being the worst tornado in recorded history, at least financially, is crazy, bro. And all those people that saved, there's even more people than that saved other people's lives. But all those people that they mentioned are heroes for sure. Rest in peace to them, man. Rest in peace to them. They're goats. They're goats for sure. That's all for this video, though. I'll catch y'all in the next one.